Hi, this is Karen Beloin, a second-year dance student with the Dancing for Him Dancing School, and this will be my June creative worship assignment. And this is a choreographed dance for 6 people, and the song I've selected is Love Like This by Lauren Daigle. And in this, it will include some actions of gesturing, traveling, and twirling, quality of movement, flow, both bound and free. There'll be some spatial with size of movement, levels, and pathways. There'll also be some relationship of unison canon and question and answer. And finally, there'll be some expressive worship. I did try to put some veils in here, but I was just biting off more than I could chew. So here we go. So the song will start out. I've done some. Did some numbers and some choreography on paper so it's easier to show. So it'll start out in a line like this going across, you know, and there'll be the 6 dancers, and so it'll start back there. And so for the first 16 counts of the song, they will move in 1, 3, and 5 will move in front of 2, 4, and 6. Like that. So they'll move over, so they'll be right in front of each other. And this will be about, 3/4 of the stage, and they'll be equidistant. And when you see what we're doing, I'll show you the distance between each of them. So what we'll do is we'll have, we'll move in the first verse, and so there's 16 counts, so you have 16 counts to get into that formation of the 3 groups of 2. So the first line is when I'm a wasteland, and so the person on the ground will be, looking like a wasteland, just like, ugh, kind of, just looking kind of pathetic. And so this is where the question and answer comes, because the person behind them will then say, you are the water, and over them, and so you'll stand up. And then the person on the ground for the next one says, when I am the winter, and so they'll be like shivering. And the person answering them will say, you are the fire that burns. And so they'll be moving around them doing this, like the fire that burns. And so you have another 16 counts to get around and do that. So you have ample time to get around and do that fully behind the person and get back into your position of where you started. Then it says, when I'm a long night, so the person in front will be down and like, tired, long night, and the person behind them will dance with, I am the sunrise. And then when the person says, I am the desert, just laying down like this, and the person behind them says, you are the river that turns, and they'll be around like the river, and going around them just like that, because again, we have 16 counts to get around, and the river that turns to find me. And so in that river that the river that turns to find me, when it says on the river that turns, that will be about the completion of going over the around the dancer. And then to find me, start getting in position for your chorus position, and that will be like this. So you'll go into windows, so 1, 3, and 5. So these guys were in the front. So what happens is they'll just move left of the stage. And they'll stay in this formation for this chorus that I'm about to show you, as well as verse 3. So then it goes into the chorus, and it's like, what have I done? And you're just like looking at God like, I don't get it. What have I done to deserve love? What have I done to deserve love like this? And just adoring, what have I done to deserve love like this? And then you have 8 counts to get into the next formation. Excuse me, you'll stay in the same formation when we go into this verse 3. Because what I've done deserve love like this, and it goes, and then it goes very quickly into, you're the voice like a whisper. So you're going, so you're windowing right here. So the person behind says, you are the whisper, and you are the whisper breaking the silence. And then they're, as they're breaking the silence, they're stepping back a little bit, and then they says, you say there's a treasure, and so they're holding it like a treasure. And the person behind says, you will look to find it. And what they'll do is they'll come around, and then I want you to then, link arms like this, and then go around like this. And while you're singing that, the words are, you search to find me because you are the treasure. And so after you've gone to the treasure, you'll break up into the formation. You go into the round, so you basically end up back in formation. Wait a minute, sorry, hold that thought. So yeah, you twirl into position to find me, yeah. So you twirl into position to that, and then it goes into the verse again, what have I done to deserve love like this? And this time there's an added line. So before the chorus had 2 lines, now it has 4 lines. And the next 2 times it has the chorus, it'll be 4 lines. So what have I done to deserve love like this? And yet I cannot earn, I can't earn what you so freely give. What you so freely give. And then what have I done to deserve love like this? Then, wait a minute, sorry. So after the twirly twirl, whatever, the interlock twirl, what I think I'll have you do instead is go into this formation. And this obviously would take some practice to kind of work out the bugs a little bit, but you go into position 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you're in a V shape. So you're doing that on the 3rd chorus or the 2nd chorus rather, when what have I done to deserve love like this? What have I done? You cannot earn what you so freely give. And then when you're in the you're then in the V-shaped position. The person will be this is when we'll do the level. So we'll have the person on the ground, the person at mid-level, and then the high person. So the person on below will do hallelujah. And then the second one will be a hallelujah. So you're getting bigger, with your legs spread out a little bit. And then the last person will say hallelujah. And then there's a 4th one where I want everybody to go around the room. And again, these hallelujahs are very long. Hallelujah. So that you've got some time for that. And between the hallelujah and then the verse one more time, you will then move in. So when you're running around the room, or running around the stage, I guess, you're going from this formation, you've just done the hallelujah, and then I'll have you break into, this is where you end up, so it's kind of a semicircle at the front of the stage. So this is, 6, 1, 5, 4, 5, and 6. Whoops. 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're in the semicircle like that. And so that's when you'll do the final verse. What have I done to deserve love like this? What have I done to deserve love like this? I cannot earn what you so freely give. What have I done to deserve love like this? And so everybody will be in a semicircle ending the song like this. So I hope you enjoyed.